Here's how I made $788,985 last month with dropshipping. And just to show you guys the proof so you know I'm legit, I'm gonna show you guys the dashboard right here. Yeah, so just like this, you guys can see, you gotta make sure the camera is zoomed in. But guys, that's not even one of our biggest stores too. I'll show you one of our other stores as well so you can see. Here's last month on another store. Did around $645,000 as well. Yeah, the thing is, guys, these are not even my biggest stores as well. Some of our biggest brands we can't even expose on here because I've signed NDAs to investors and whatnot. But I am the last legit guru left. And if you've seen my other videos, guys, you know I'm super cutthroat, so let's get straight to the point. Some parts of this video are gonna be very technical. So I advise you guys not to skip ahead because you will miss a lot of the good information. And I promise you, this is gonna be better than any 4-hour course you end up watching on YouTube. So to make it simple, I'm gonna break this video into 4 main parts. The style of dropshipping that allows us to produce these insane results, how we're able to dial in our traffic, what you do not need to focus on in order to make this money. Guys, I made it very clear in my other videos. It's easier to teach other people what not to do than what to do because you'll make more money avoiding mistakes. And the last, and most importantly, the last thing we're gonna go over is how you can replicate this for yourself quickly. Nevertheless, this video will be boring, but I don't come on here to entertain you guys. I come on here to educate you guys because guys, if you wanna be entertained, go watch Mr. Beast. If you want to get rich, watch me. My goal for this YouTube channel is not to make people happy or make people feel good, it's to make people rich. Now, the first thing we're going to go over here is what is the style of dropshipping we're using. It's what we call branded dropshipping, or what I like to say, built to sell brands. Ironically enough, if you want to make money with dropshipping, you don't learn dropshipping. You learn online branding and e-commerce. And the issue is when most people want to get into dropshipping, they learn from dropshippers. They watch dropshipping courses and they don't make money. Guys, when I started out, one of the most monumental things I did that helped me propel to where I am today is not watching dropshipping content. It was actually watching e-commerce content and brand building content. Funny enough, the people who run Amazon businesses, I feel have the best mentality when it comes to brand building, and they actually know what they're doing. Now, if you combine the brand building skills of someone on Amazon and the marketing skills of someone who makes money with Shopify, you get what I call a branded dropshipper. And that's a person like me who can make millions online like that. We focus on building brands and we focus on brand trust. We do certain things to our website and ads to make them more branded that I'll go through in this video. For example, we'll go through the extent of putting branding on our product, getting our product images, going to Canva and editing our brand name on there just so people feel like they have a more branded experience. Now, a big part about building brands is selecting the right products. The style of dropshipping we do, guys, does not support shitty products like sunset lamps or keychains or anything these organic dropshipping kids will tell you to sell. The thing is, the products that most dropshippers are going to tell you to sell focus mostly on a wow factor because they're relying on inconsistent marketing channels, whatever that be posting TikToks or making YouTube shorts about your videos or running shitty TikTok ads. These people don't actually have good traffic sources, which we'll go over later in the video, that allow them to sell good products. Guys, we focus on products that actually solve a problem and people actually want to buy. Products that have multiple marketing angles so we can build our brand around these winning angles. For example, you'll make a lot of money building a weight loss brand rather than just selling one weight loss product. What I mean by that is, let's say you're selling some sort of workout product and you found that weight loss for moms is your top angle. That angle needs to be your branding and your brand because that's why people are buying, and you can funnel in other products later. Now, without getting too technical, this is one of the most important parts I'm gonna say of the video, and I advise you to write this down because it's a quote that I've said many times and has made a lot of people a lot of money. And that is, the best dropshipping products do not look like dropshipping products. A lot of people know what a dropshipping product looks like in 2024. The thing is, a dropshipping product is something that is like a sunset lamp or a sticky ball or something that you look at and you can easily think, oh, this is coming from China. When the product doesn't look like a dropshipping product, it's a lot easier to scale, sell, and even build a real brand around it. What do I mean by this, and what are some examples? You have oils, serums, red light therapy products, and even to some extent, supplements, which all can be sourced from China. A lot of people think that you can only source a certain degree of products from China. Well, they're forgetting that everything comes from China, especially if you live in the US. 99% of the stuff you use on a day-to-day basis comes from China. Oh, you think your toothpaste is made in the US? No, it's not. It's made in China. You think some of the supplements you think are made in the US? No, they're mostly made in China. In fact, the device you're watching this on right now, that was made in China. I don't want to hear the BS in the comments, well, oh no, a lot of this stuff is manufactured in the US. No, it's made in China and they slap it together in the US and say it's in the US. Guys, I know it. I've been in this space for a while. This video is probably going to get taken down for me saying that and saying the truth, but at the end of the day, 99% of the stuff you use on a day-to-day basis comes from China. And the good part about that is you can use that to your advantage. Now, I'm not telling you guys to sell shitty products from China. You can get great quality from China. Guys, from some of our brands, we're sourcing products from China that people actually come back and buy more of. There's a huge misconception that was plagued in the American mind that you need to sell American-made products. USA products are the only products that people like. No, that's not true. You can get great products from China, and on top of that, you can drop ship them. Now, a big question arises is where do you find these suppliers that support those type of products? Lucky for you guys, we actually give away our private supplier in our community. Without getting too in depth with this, if you guys want our private supplier and any of our other resources, click the link below and schedule a call with me and my team. Moving forward here, guys, the type of drop shipping we do and the style that we indulge in is mostly focused on branding. It's focused on products that actually solve a problem and don't look like drop shipping products. And mainly, most importantly, it's focused on angles that win. Winning angles like weight loss, skincare, anything that people actually want to buy, because newsflash, people buy impulsively online. People are not going to sit and wait and think about buying your product. Most of the time, they see your ad, they like it, and they buy. And to get that impulse purchase, you have to spark some sort of emotion in them. That's why I love weight loss products. Some of the best products out there are products like shapewear, right? For example, if a girl sees this shapewear product and they see that they can solve all their body insecurities like that, that's a product that they're willing to buy on the spot no matter what the price is. A lot of people waste their time selling products that don't spark emotion and they wonder why they can't scale. I don't want to put you guys down the wrong path. I want to tell you what's working for me and what's working for thousands of other people out there. And a big thing behind that is selling the right products. If you have the right angles and the right products and a branded approach, it's kind of hard not to win. The whole point of this is to set your guys' self up to not lose, and these are the best ways to do that. Now, the next part of this video we're going to get into is dialing in traffic. 99% of how we're able to make this kind of money with dropshipping comes into our marketing strategies and how we're actually able to get great quality traffic, how we're running our Facebook ads, what we're focusing on, and what we're doing. And guys, I can talk about this stuff for hours, but I'm so good at this business model. I'm gonna do my best to describe it in just 5 to 10 minutes. First things first, let me get something out of the way. Organic dropshipping is dead. Organic dropshipping never worked, and it's gonna be a huge waste of time. Guys, don't waste your time trying organic dropshipping, and I promise you, and I'm telling this as a fact, it's not gonna get you to $1 million a month. The results I just showed you between those two brands doing over 1.2 million a month, that was not a single drop of that came from organic. None of that came from organic dropshipping. It was all paid media. So I advise you guys to focus on what drives results, and that is paid media. And not to shit on organic dropshippers, but you'll never see an organic dropshipper pulling in results like that. Most of the time, these guys make only like a couple $100s a day, if that, and they put 99% of their time into stuff that doesn't even matter. To be very frank with you guys, behind the results we're doing, most of it is coming from Facebook ads, otherwise known as Meta. And the funny thing about it is 99% of Meta traffic and getting good results from using Facebook ads is just by having a good account structure. Now, what do I mean by account structure? This is something a lot of people overlook, but it's crucial to being able to see results like this. It means using agency accounts, using specific business managers and business centers, using specific types of profiles and getting specific type of pages. It's very boring info and very intricate, but it's very important to seeing these type of results. A lot of people overlook how important it actually is. Now, without boring you guys, because there's a lot more I need to get into here, if you guys want more info on how we're setting up our Facebook ads to support this kind of scale, be sure to book a call below. I got you guys. Now, in terms of the media buying, because I'm sure a lot of people watching this are dying to see our media buying strategy behind making so much money. It's so simple, I don't even need to share my screen. Because at the end of the day, I will never make a video about media buying because I know how irrelevant it is to actually seeing success. And I've said it time and time again, the exact strategy we do and that you guys can do as well. Super simple, might get a little technical, so for my beginners, still stick through it so you can learn, but for my advanced people, you'll be blown away how simple we actually do it. It's literally one campaign, one ad set, and a batch of creatives. We take 5 creatives, we make one CBO, right? $50 CBO. And within that CBO, it's one ad set. And within that ad set, it's broad, so wide open, meaning we're not targeting interests, we're not targeting anything except countries. We'll stick in the US. And within that one ad set, we are putting our 5 creatives in there. And every time we want to launch a new batch of creatives, we do it in a new campaign and a $50 CBO. That's how simple it is. I don't really need to make a whole video about that. If you guys are confused on how to like actually set it up and like, you know, go get into the ads manager and do all that stuff, that's not what this video is. So if you want a more technical video like that, we have a big guide video and we have other videos as well. But to be honest, it's super simple. It's not even that hard. Now there's 2 reasons why we keep it so goddamn simple. And that's one, it works, right? I've done over $30 million in e-com, and I can tell you for a fact, the simpler your media buying strategy is, the more results you'll see and the more consistent results you'll see. And 2, we keep it so goddamn simple because it allows us to focus on what actually matters, and that is creatives. Guys, you've seen me talk about this a lot. And if you follow my YouTube channel, you'll notice that a lot of my videos talk about creatives. I even have 1-hour guide video somewhere on the screen, I'll put it, talking about creatives and how you have to make really good creatives to make money and how you can do it as well. But creatives are huge, and creatives are what is gonna take you to scale. Within this 700K month, we've tested over hundreds and hundreds of creatives. We spent so much time building and scaling great creatives because that's actually what gets you to these results, not focusing on your media buying strategy. In fact, it's actually super ironic that within this month, especially for the brand that hit 700K, a majority of our creatives were actually AI. And a lot of people don't realize, but you can use AI to make high quality creatives that actually scale in 2024. If you guys want a more in-depth guide on how to make AI videos, be sure to click my AI video. I'll put it somewhere on the screen. As you guys can tell, I've made videos for every topic in the space. Now, besides our immense meta traffic, we do focus on Google. Now, to be honest, we have an agency that runs our Google for us, so we can focus more on our creative system. Google is not a major platform for us, but it did bring in some results. Honestly, guys, as long as you have meta going well, nothing else matters. I know guys that are doing over $1 million a month with just Facebook ads, and they don't even have emails and SMS going out. Obviously, I have email and SMS campaigns going out for this brand, but it's not a major focus for us. One of our bigger focuses is actually bringing in profitable creatives, and as you guys can tell, it's literally all we talk about because it's what's actually going to make you money. Guys, learn how to make good creatives and you'll be able to get results like this in no time. Now, here's an important part of the video. We're going to talk about what not to focus on, because I've noticed 99% of the time you guys have been plagued and put down the wrong path. You're focusing on the wrong things, which is going to prolong your way to success. The worst thing that can happen to somebody when getting into not just dropshipping, but any online business out there is listening to the wrong people, going down the wrong path, and prolonging their way to success. Looking back, when I started my e-com career, there was at some points where I focused a lot on my media buying strategy. I focused a lot on things that didn't matter, and that prolonged my way to success. Now, I'm happy that I can be where I'm at today and I ended up successful, but I wish there was someone along my journey, especially when I was starting out, that told me, hey bro, don't focus on that, focus on what actually matters. I would have been way further than I am right now. But you live and you learn, and I can't get mad at my past. But what I can do is be a beacon for hope for you guys and help you focus on the right things. Starting out, one of the most important things you guys want to not focus on is your store. Now, I know this is super weird for people to hear, especially since we're very keen on doing the branded approach. A lot of people misunderstand that for spending time building their homepage or building their contact us page or like building an about us page. Guys, these pages are irrelevant on your store and they're not going to drive you revenue and sales. The only part of your store that matters is your product page. And me and my team spend a lot of time iterating and building the best product pages possible. Because 99% of the people who click on your product page are not going to click off and go to your homepage. They click on your product page and they buy there. And to be even more specific, the only part of your product page that really matters is what we call the above the fold. So above the fold is everything that loads when someone loads up your website. So it's everything that's like right at the top, basically. So that's your product image, that's your product title, that's like the top of your description, your product price. All that stuff matters a lot. Everything below that really does not matter. A lot of people focus too much time on their description copy, thinking it's going to make them profitable, but it's not, because it's really irrelevant to the customer if they're going to buy or not. The best thing I was taught when I was starting out e-com was most customers have what we call a monkey brain. And I know that sounds horrible, but let me explain. What a monkey brain is People are very driven by impulse and dopamine. So when they see an ad, most of the time they buy it mentally right when they see the ad. So if the ad resonates with them in any sort of way, they will buy it. That's why your creatives are so important. Now, when they load up the website, most people buy within seconds. So they don't even scroll to see your reviews or your product description. You just have to make sure that your image and price point are good and people will buy. Bouncing off of how important it is to focus on certain aspects of your store, I want to recap that you do not want to focus on your homepage, your About Us page, your Contact Us page, and your description, because these 4 things will not make you rich and they will not bring you sales. Now, obviously, as you start to scale up, you definitely want to dial these things in, but starting out, don't waste your time. Another huge thing I want you guys not to focus on, and this is going to help so many people make so much money, is do not lowball your competition. I made a whole video about this, but I'm going to go over it as quickly as possible. A lot of people think e-com and dropshipping is like retail, to where the cheaper option will always win the customer, and that is not the case. At the end of the day, when you're running e-commerce ads, when you're running Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever it may be, whoever can afford more to acquire the customer will win. I'll give you a quick example. Let's say you and me were selling the same product. We both sourced the product for $10. You sold it for $15, I sold it for $10. That means that you make $5 per sale, I make $10 per sale. Now, what happens when we start running ads? Let's say we both get a $6 cost per customer, meaning on Facebook, every $6 we spend, we get a customer. And stick with me, it might get complicated. What happens? You can only afford $5 per customer because that's your gross profit. So every customer, you're $1 in the red, you're losing money. Now for me, because I'm selling it for $20 and I have a $10 gross profit, I make $4 per sale because we're both getting a $6 cost per customer. Now, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna keep my ads on, I'm gonna start scaling. The reason why you don't wanna lowball your customer is because you're gonna get outbidded. Outbidding is a huge part of the business, and a lot of people don't realize the lower price points will always be outbidded by the higher price point guys. That's why I argue to some people that you wanna sell it more than your competitor, because if you can afford more cost per acquisition than them, Facebook, TikTok, Google, Snapchat, wherever you're running your ads, they're gonna favor you over your customer. That's why I tell people, do not lowball competition. It's not what you want to focus on, and it's not going to make you money. Now, let's go over the last point of this video quickly so you guys can wrap this up. This is very cliche, but if you guys want to be able to replicate this type of success, over 700K a month in sales, you need to act fast. I've noticed that most people, when they get into this business model, or any business model to be frank, they're not acting fast enough. They don't act with urgency. They're not actually loading in their laptop every day, trying out different products, different stores. A lot of people I know, when they scroll through TikTok and Instagram, they get winning products that come on their feed all the time. They're just not acting fast enough to implement it into their own store and try and sell it. Some of the winning products we've scaled this year are products that I've gotten on my Instagram feed. And within that same week, those products are up and running on Shopify. You guys need to act fast. Like I said, I know it's cliche, it's just monumentally important. Now, this is gonna be ironic, but one of the best ways you guys can replicate this success quickly is actually watching less content about dropshipping. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Ironically enough, if you want to make millions with dropshipping, you don't learn dropshipping, you learn online and e-commerce brand building. That's why we created Brandify, which is our community. Click below if you want it. But moving forward here, guys, if you want to make a lot of money with dropshipping, learn e-commerce and brand building. And to be honest, you just need to fail forward. You need to keep trying the business model on your own and keep pushing forward. I find it really bad when people listen to many people in the space and they don't know which direction they're going in, so they're just running in circles. Do you do organic? Do you run TikTok ads? Do you run Facebook ads? So many people are confused because they're plagued with misinformation because people just want to sell a course. Now, like I said, if you want to replicate this type of success quickly, just go all in, move fast, and watch less and do more doing. Now, lastly, I have to be honest with you guys. If you want to replicate this kind of success, the best way is obviously learning from the source. I've made it a huge part of my year in 2024 to put out a lot of free content like this to help you guys replicate some of my success without charging you guys a dime. But obviously, if you want a lot of the in-depth stuff like media buying strategy stuff and like exposing our products and our suppliers and our ad account agencies, that does come within our community, Brandify. And like I said throughout the video, I'll say it again, if you guys want that in-depth mentorship, that in-depth training, be sure to click the link below and schedule a call with me and my team so we can help you build, scale, and even sell your e-commerce branded Shopify store. Now, with that being said, guys, I hope you liked the video. If you guys like this type of content where I'm really authentic and raw with you guys, be sure to let me know down in the comments. I'll make whatever type of videos you guys like. If you guys want more of a day in the life, what it looks like for someone who's making, you know, millions a month with this business model, I can make videos like that. If you guys want more education videos like this, I can make them. Whatever you guys want, just let me know. But with that being said, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. If you guys like this type of content, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.